Hi, welcome to Versus, where we watch 2 TV shows so you don't have to. Today we have...
Versus!
Ultraman 2019?
Yes.
It's just called Ultraman.
Is it 2019?
Yeah.
Sorry,
I thought it was newer.
I think I watched the first episode of it ages ago, and I couldn't remember any of it. A lot like our main character.
Yes. I couldn't remember who Ultraman was, as in what the normal Ultraman or whatever. What's he called?
I think it was
we watched
him.
it obviously years ago.
Yeah, I think it was him, but obviously I think it basically makes out like it, like, you know, because we saw that scene. You see that scene a little bit later on where he's driving the jet towards the
Science Patrol's people.
But it's also got Ultraman coming at it.
Yes, when Ultraman kills him in the traffic accident and gives him his thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. I remember that.
That whole museum was just exhibition museum. It was
basically
just like, who's your dad?
Yeah,
that one. Hey, I'm going to explain to you. But then again, she was like, hey, not that I have to tell you. And he's like, actually, I can't
obviously you know all this.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I can't remember anything.
So, I can't remember, from what I can remember with the Ultraman, did he have no memory of being Ultraman when he was Ultraman? I couldn't quite remember.
He did. I feel like
whatever
happened at the last battle basically caused him to have amnesia, and he didn't really remember what happened those previous years.
Okay.
And so basically he sort of was then, and he was just like, I'm in the SSSP, and I've just been fighting Ultraman, but I can't remember what happened. Like, I can't remember what I've been doing for the last 5 years. I just know that that's my cause, and that's what I've been doing.
And this is my son with a really big head.
That was much later, but yeah.
Kid's got a big head, falls up, and the weight of that head.
Do you think it was the weight, or do you think it was that woman?
He was teetering.
You think it was that woman that's just like a weird, like, child killer? Do you think, like, because straight you're looking over and he's just sort of looking, and then straight away, then the woman's over there, and she's like, oh no! Oh no! That child's fallen, and I feel like
this is for you, Damien.
Yeah, just pushed him over.
That's the wrong bit.
I know the most about the SSSP, and throw him over. But yeah, anyway, so Shinjiro falls, and
dead kid,
dead kid, completely sweet, completely dead, but he's fine. And I thought that this might have come up more, like, you know, when you're a kid, surely you're gonna get bangs and scrapes. How many bangs and scrapes the guy? Yeah, like, surely at the age of 8, this is something that you would have encountered.
The old man didn't realise that he was Ultraman.
Yeah, and I also don't understand how he wouldn't have realised that he's got mental strength.
Yeah, he just smashes like a cupboard or a table or whatever it is. I was just trying to remember. I was like, was Ultraman the suit or the soul of Ultraman? How has he got the Ultraman DNA in him and then his son?
He had to use the what's his face. I don't understand how it's in him. Because I feel like, yes, he was chosen, and yes, became Ultraman, but I don't really remember.
He wasn't chosen.
He wasn't chosen. He was killed. He was murdered by Ultraman. But then I feel like I always thought it was when he pressed the beta capsule or whatever, and then he became Ultraman. Obviously, a lot of Ultraman fans are probably looking at us right now to be like, "You're fucking wrong."
Does his body just go in like stasis somewhere else, and his consciousness is Ultraman, or is Ultraman enveloping him?
I think Ultraman's probably enveloping him, and he's inside that, and then afterwards his. Like, Ultraman uses his body as, like, a vessel. Yeah, essentially. But in an Ultraman outfit. I mean, yeah, that's a good point, but I thought he wasn't strong when he was just on his own.
Yeah, like a normal bloke. Fast forward 10 years, Shira gets fucked by time because he's suddenly got really old.
He's gone real old. And his son, I don't know how this is only just coming up now.
The animation
Surely
style.
He's just given someone a Chinese bird.
Oh, sorry,
at some point, and it's broken his arm off or something.
How have we not mentioned the animation style in this? It's terrible, but it is bad and terrible. And
how quickly has it actually aged though? Because I watched this a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and before lockdown, even when I was living back at my parents' house. And I actually thought the animation was really quite good.
It made me think of, obviously, Berserk, CGI Berserk.
Yeah, it feels like they were trying to do Iron Man.
Do you think?
It feels like they were trying to do, like, the CGI, obviously the CGI, you can't draw a shiny being. So it feels like they had to sort of put on the texture. The animation was good, the lighting was bad.
No, even fucking High-Rise Master, what the fuck that show was we watched the other week, looked better, and had a similar CGI vibes. Obviously that was drawn. But the animation style, everyone looked like when Shinjiro is older and he's just staring at girls. It wasn't a good look. Him and his friends, I kept confusing who. Everyone just looked the same.
Yes, there wasn't a lot of individuality. Yeah, there was a lot the same. Like, let's just use the same face sort of thing.
Yeah, and then the bad guys, they've got tartan trousers. Like
the bad guys have got tartan trousers. I don't think they're going to be the bad guys throughout. I think it's going to be Ultraman fighting the thingy high school.
Well, he might be.
But anyway. So I understand why they did this. I kind of got this.
It's cheaper. it's cheaper.
What did you
CGI versus hand-drawn, it's massively cheaper.
No, but like it feels like I do get you. You are right. But anyway, I didn't mind it as much. Like it felt like it was a lot more warranted doing like a CG Ultraman body when Ultraman has to be CG.
The mechs or the mechs, whatever the hell they are. Why was that Ultraman so sexy? Why was that one so sexy? Pointy Ultraman.
Why was it? What? Because he had such big,
just fucking great thighs. That profile, that silhouette on the runway.
He was good.
Who is this sexy robot man or woman or whatever?
One thing this show did also do, talking about on runways, this is my favourite thing that superheroes do when they wear a trench coat. That is
the
my
Batman. Well, I can think of Batman doing that and
fucking Gambit. Spider-Man.
Well, Gambit's part of his suit.
Yeah, anything that Jim Lee's drawn. Spider-Man wears when he's in. Coat. Also, the new Kamen Rider.
That's
Shin
cool.
Kamen Rider. That guy looks fucking sick. Anyway, so he grabs the guy's foot because the guy's trying to rape them. These girls and
it's
a bit of implication. But he was being a creepy. He was harassing the girls. Anyway, so then he gets attempted kick and he breaks the guy's foot.
Then he just starts turning into Spider-Man and jumping around the city.
He does do a bit of that,
ruining all those tops of those buildings. Those curbs.
That was before.
The roof curbs.
That was just when he sees that girl, and then later on he's reflecting after breaking that guy's foot. He doesn't have any mad Spider-Man fun jumping from buildings after breaking that man's foot.
No, he jumps into a stadium.
But that's after he's getting chased by bad guy. Because bad guy sends that thing and then it cuts that thing.
It's a sign,
everything's really just sitting on the side.
Did you notice dust in every single place?
Like I can't imagine that sign being made out of fucking.
So heavy.
I know it just went boom, and you actually imagine that sign just being like and crunkling.
When they landed in the stadium, all this dust came up, and I thought they've gone underground.
Yeah.
There's so much dirt and stuff.
Or like they've created a huge crater.
It's like Bane blowing up the fucking stadium floor.
Or like a huge crater at least. Yeah. No damage.
The grass is perfect.
To the grass in any way, shape, or form.
We need more dust for this football game.
But yeah, anyway, so he gets attacked by the bad guy. I don't know what this guy's name is. I think it's like Dalzian or something. Like I think he's an original Ultraman villain that's maybe had like a bit of a reboot or something going on with him.
He reminded me of the Gotham Knights. I've actually got the video game. I only played for like 5 minutes. During the most recent Batman game. Yeah,
the bad.
It's like a bit of an Iron Man.
But like sticking huge bits out of him. Anyway, so old Ultraman turns up and he's like, he's not Ultraman. I'm Ultraman.
That's not Solid Snake.
And then it's ended, and he's got a sick thing on.
To be fair, it flew by.
Yeah, both of these did, I feel like.
No, this set to be the second one dragged.
Okay.
But the first one, I was like, oh shit, that was quick.
That was that.
Sometimes those 24 minutes really feel like about 45 minutes or something.
Yes.
Then we had single male Godzilla.
Singular point.
Point at that single Godzilla.
I have written 0.
I have written Godzilla Ghost Hunters.
Yeah. Literally, I've written Godzilla, Mental, Mr. O, Ghostbusters, Creepy Guy, and that's it.
Okay. This was confusing. Okay, first off, the art style was much better.
Yeah.
It did have some CG elements, but it was just fitted in a lot better.
There was definitely some sort of like, aesthetic.
The backgrounds were always interesting. Something was going on.
Nice textures on all the.
Yeah. People, I was more interested visually because with the other one I could look away and look back and nothing's moved. It doesn't feel like a simulation of those ones. Jaguar, why was he so small?
That's one big thing. That's one thing I don't understand how the fuck.
There's a ghost. Sorry,
they might make a big Jaguar.
There's a ghost house.
Yeah, straight away I was like, is this Godzilla? Because it straight went into ghost
hunters.
And there's a ghost house, but then they've got flickering lights. They had to look at the lights.
It's Godzilla. There's a TV
okay. How you doing? They're sort of explaining what the haunted mansion has been going on. So apparently, a girl got hung there and she's been haunting them. But I think that's all bullshit. Obviously,
but there's they're trying to chase a signal, though, aren't they?
Yes. Well, they go there. They go into this old haunted mansion that's obviously a laboratory, and they do the whole bookcase thing.
Yes.
Behind the bookcase thing turns out to be a weird sort of mermaid fish tank. And also a weird sound, a record player.
Yes,
not
that song.
A radio. That's
playing that song. Yeah. So I watched it like 2 or 3 days ago, and my brain's like, oh, fuck I've only written Ghost House.
Ghost House. So they basically scan the signal and work out that it's coming from somewhere away. And also, while they're listening to the signal, a very strange sort of like sound happens. So then they go and follow that. Anyway, they follow it to the coastline, and they follow it to an institute. or like a sort of like building that's. That they basically just break into. It's like what?
Looks like a big power plant.
Yeah, it's like a power plant. Yeah,
but everyone who works there seems to like not know
anything.
How it works or
what's that big thing in there? Oh, we don't have a clue.
What about this alarm? This alarm goes off when there's a certain problem.
Yeah.
What problem? We can never turn it off. I'm sure there's like some red alarm that kept going off.
No, that was it. Yeah. But we've got.
But no one knows what it does.
Okay. So anyway, so they see the alarm and the alarm's going off. So they call the number on the alarm
in this big manual.
In this big manual. Happenstance turns out. See, I thought all this was like, ooh, very mysterious. But then it just turns out it was kind of like a mad coincidence because the guy that was getting called was the guy that was breaking into that same institute.
Yeah.
Because he was getting over. Anyway, basically, turns out that this Jack Jaguar Corporation have got the fingers in many pies and they do a lot of different things. Essentially,
I still don't know what they do. Were they going to?
They do AI. They do cables.
Oh yeah, sorry.
They basically just do technology.
That weird AI thing on the laptop. I've just remembered.
Yeah, that was weird. I'd be like, no, I do not want this shit. It's like. Camera access enabled? No. So
we're making this sound much simpler than it actually came across. By the way,
it seemed very crazy. But anyway, so the girl also just turns up and.
It's like the girls.
No, but like they had to stop. No, because there was some sort of incident, and they were like, right, we've got to stop. And then the girl sort of got off the bus.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden she was there.
Yeah.
And it's like, is she just blagging being this person? It was very confusing.
She's like a signal expert or something. That's why she's been called in.
Yes, but there's one thing that I know, and that is I want Jet Jaguar branded T-shirts.
Oh, they were pretty cool.
Yeah, I want Jet Jaguar there. I want Jet Jaguar there.
I didn't know if Jet Jaguar
jacket
was like an old thing that they
rebuilt
one
like,
or making their own version, or that was the first. I just couldn't work out.
I feel like that was the first
world.
iteration, but he was like, "This is my passion project. We're going to use him as the logo because it's a happy little guy."
Yeah.
And then but then obviously it's just getting built. He probably just fucking does nothing. He probably just moves around.
It's so tiny.
Like, oh, wow,
it was a proper hen house. Like it was literally it was only as big as a hen house.
Yeah, it was very, very small.
And it looked like the cockpit could only fit the boss, who was really small.
Yeah, and he was tiny.
I was like, oh, the other guy. Oh, no one's going to fit in that. Like literally, you could barely fit in.
Maybe they redo it later. Yeah. But I don't understand how that's going to fight Godzilla. Probably it's not. It's probably just going to be the tech behind it. I feel like that is just really just like a Jet Jaguar is stupid, and we don't really see how it could fit into this world now. So maybe let's just make it into like a silly thing that's also the symbol of what the people are doing. Maybe
become self-aware.
What the hen house?
Yeah, the hen
self-aware
house.
Hen house.
It was. Out of the two, I preferred this one, but it was kind of overly convoluted for what it was
needed.
Because then suddenly it's a pterodactyl.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden they're like, is it a bird or is it a plane or is it a drone? And then they're like, oh no, it's a massive pterodactyl. I wouldn't think it was any of those first. Yeah,
it's clearly a pterodactyl, and also this Godzilla skeleton under the
thing. Godzilla sort of like decaying Godzilla underneath.
Yeah, like those Evas underneath thingy, all those bones.
Yes, yeah, it was that. Nothing actually was set up in this really. I mean, aside from the characters and obviously what was going on, but like. I don't know, like it wasn't even as if I knew the way this whole thing's going to go later on. I just know that some Godzilla's probably going to be reawakened, and that's it. But like Ultraman, I kind of know, right? We're going to go and we're going to have a fight between things. He's going to have to learn how to be Ultraman. He's going to learn how to be Ultraman because his dad's going to probably get killed quite quickly, and he's going to have to become Ultraman and then be the evil Ultraman, bad man.
Cinched.
But yeah, Cinch
Man.
But with Godzilla, I've just got no idea how it's going to point. What's the fucking singularity point? It just all seems very crazy and like convoluted, and like it needs like a second and third watch. And I'm not really that into that.
Basically, if it was been the ghost hunter people going, "Oh, that house is haunted. Let's go and have a look. Let's see what's there."
Yeah.
And then they eventually find something, and that's the whole episode. It's just their story, and then they go into that place, the power plant, with the Godzilla inside it. But it's all from their perspective. It's because it kept jumping around, and it's like, well, hold on, what's this? What's this?
And we have people from different corporations.
Where if it had just been those two, shit would broken into a building following this ghost, and then actually shit would just found Godzilla.
And you also didn't really know anyone's motives in it. Like I have no idea, like what, like.
Why was that Jaguar at the beach, or what was that? What were they setting it up for?
Yeah, I feel like a show. I don't know, to raise money so they can do more stuff. I get it. Like,
what is their business plan? Like, so lost. Watch Way of the House Husband instead. Rewatch it. I've been rewatching the whole thing again. It's just better than both of these.
No, I mean,
maybe stick with them if you're die-hard fans.
I mean, I think
Godzilla's got more of a
because there wasn't really battle in either of them, so we can't really quite fairly just go, oh yeah, it's not going to be good. Because if the battles are sick, then the battles are sick. But this didn't even feel like it was going to be like Monster of the Week situation, because I thought that they were going to be like, we're going to be like Monster Week, but like whereas the Ultraman, I was like, right, we're really going to be only fighting one person, maybe, I don't know. But with this one, there wasn't even that first battle for me to go, oh yeah, this is.
Yeah, they were both blue balls one way. It was just like, oh, here's it. Oh, no, stop.
Yeah, I mean,
I would rather watching Jaban or Thutmose.
No,
to be honest, they had that backwards up the slide thing. That would have been on a loop for 25 minutes. I'd been more entertained.
Yeah, you're very right. I just don't. I was just confused this entire time.
I haven't seen much Ultraman or Godzilla, but I can guarantee there's at least 10 other versions of both of these which are better. Of Godzilla and of Ultraman.
Yeah.
There must be endless in films or whatever.
I've not seen Godzilla Earth either. I feel like they kept saying the word Earth in it, and I was like,
it is a common word, Mark. We say it.
No, I know.
Most conversations.
But they kept saying Earth, like, but part of me thought that maybe like this was like the rebirth of the world after Godzilla Earth had happened. I
would have started with Shin Godzilla's tail just cracking open and all these zombies running down his big body and just fucking attacking everybody.
And then just
that's the start of the episode, and then it lasts for 5 minutes. People are getting eaten. It just goes end. And then you have to wait till next week.
What? Wait, so the episode's only 5 minutes?
First one's only 5 minutes.
Right.
We spent a load of money on that, just that one, and then people
like
fucking I've seen Godzilla. It's just his tail.
It's just his tail.
Yeah.
Wait. So it's not. It's cracked. And
it literally starts. All those skeletons come off it and run down it like Flintstones down his tail, and then just start eating people. And people are like fucking hell, like trying to fight them off. End 5 minutes.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Well, I'm sure I probably would have actually enjoyed that a bit more because this was just me being like, then they're going where, then the what, then the who. So I mean, sorry about this, but like, I'm actually gonna say I actually would prefer to maybe. I actually think I enjoyed more, which is what I can really go off, Ultraman.
I think I'd listen to Ultraman in the background of the house, but not watching it. I want to see who's in the sexy costume.
I want to see who's in the sexy costume. But I also want to see how because it didn't even. Yes, it featured Godzilla at the end, but I want to see Godzilla. I want to see this interpretation of Godzilla.
It's just going to start reforming. Right. So on this episode of
wait, so what are you saying? Because I think it's a real meh.
Yeah, it's the both
from both. I mean, the entire season might be fantastic, but
that's not what we
based
do.
Off this, but that's not what we do. Sorry, guys, it's not what we do.
So this episode of Versus, there's one episode of Versus. The winner is neither.
Meh. Just meh.
Thanks all for watching, guys.
Goodbye. Sorry.